There's been a lot of prospects that have debuted this weekend, and it has been so fun to follow along with.
It's hard to keep up with all of it, I'll be honest with you. And thank God we have Matty Mess.
Yeah, and it's hard to keep up with the hits and the bunting. Brought to you by Topps Bunt. Topps Bunt is the official digital trading card of Major League Baseball, and they are back for the 2022 season. Collect and trade your favorite players from across the league with baseball fans and Peter Moylan around the world, because Peter Moylan will literally not stop talking about this app. I joined the Zoom call today. Pete and Maddie are already on it, and Pete is literally talking about diamonds and not wanting to trade guys for a diamond pack. This is not staged. This is legit. Peter Moylan is obsessed with the Topps Bunt app. You can complete sets to earn awards, combine common cards into rare ones. That's kind of cool. And more. Bring your card collection to life by setting lineups, using cards in real-time, scoring fantasy contests. For more information, download the Topps Bunt app. It's free by clicking the link in the description or visiting the App Store or Google Play. So obviously this is an incredibly successful app because Peter Moylan doesn't blow smoke up people's butts unless he means it.
Correct.
So do you care as much? These are all digital cards.
Yes.
And you are as invested in digital cards as you are regular playing cards.
I just think the ease of the app makes it like, I appreciate opening packs as well, but I think the ease of just having it all on the screen and being able to flick through and seeing your cards all, and they're all organized for you. I'm sure some people with OCD, Kelsey, might like organizing themselves, but I like to have it all organized for me, and they do such a good job in doing that. I can check at every card that I have at any time by just going to my collection, and bang, there they are. And I continue to open packs all day, every day as we speak. But I am focused on you, Kelsey.
Thank you. You know what else you're focused on?
Tell me.
Bobby Witt Jr. Why don't you tell us about what he did this week?
Okay, where would you like me to start? 2 hits so far.
Wherever you want, Pete.
Okay, 2 hits so far. But we know the bat's going to be there. We've seen that throughout spring training and throughout his minor league career so far, and he's going to be a stud. What I want to talk about is that play that he made. If you haven't seen it, go check out Trevor Plouffe's Twitter account. He did a nice little feed. He did a nice little breakdown of that play and explains it, how difficult and how amazing that play was. But it just gave me a glimpse into what kind of superstar this kid's going to be. He gets a Gatorade shower after the game after hitting a RBI double to go-ahead RBI double in the 8th inning of game 1. Picks up a stolen base on Monday. Had 3 RBIs and 3 runs. So involved in 6 of the 14 runs, 43% of the Royals runs so far. So I'd say he's made a little bit of impact, even though he's 2 for 12.
He has been, and you have to give him time to settle in, right? But we're going to be talking about him a lot this year.
So I honestly think that the Royals have done a good job bringing him up right now. I really do think that he's just going to be, because their plan is a couple of years from now. Obviously, they're going to say that they're trying to win this year, and which I do love about the Royals, because they do put together a team that can be competitive every year, which I do love. But their plan is a couple of years from now. So for him to get the year that he's going to get under his belt this year, he's going to be, and then when it's time to win, he's going to be top 10 player of the league.
And you're good with him being up here because he was ready for Major League, right?
That's, if anybody's going to, I mean, they can value talent over there really well, and they're not going to bring someone up who isn't ready. That's not the Royals organization, and they're not going to rush him to if he wasn't ready. So I'm ready. You're ready. Everyone get ready. He's here.
Yeah, we're all ready. We're all ready. Julio Rodriguez is also ready. Julio Rodriguez got his first Major League hit with a 9th inning double. We love to see it. He came around to score the game tying run. We love to see that as well. He picked up his first stolen base on Monday. He got to third on a wild throw. It was cool. He appeared on ESPN's K-Rod cast as well. I don't know how to say that, where he explained how he grew up looking up to A-Rod. And now he looks up to Vladdy, Tatis, Soto. Dude, the Blue Jays.
There's some names. Yeah, right.
The Blue Jays are fun this year.
Yeah.
But Julio Rodriguez, he is going to capture baseball because of the excitement that he plays with. Like he's going to be, we're all excited to see Bobby Witt Jr. and he's going to capture baseball because he's the top prospect and it's just going to be fun to follow along with him. But Julio Rodriguez is going to be like a Jazz Chisholm this year, where people like fall in love with like the way he plays on the field and the excitement he brings.
He genuinely loves the game of baseball, and you can tell it with every time he speaks. The way he did that video of him getting called up and calling his dad, it was just, he loves it. And
yeah,
I hope that passion stays, because it's a joy to watch him play.
Yeah. So he's the 3rd ranked prospect in all of baseball. Why don't you tell us what the 4th ranked prospect in all of baseball did this weekend?
Spencer Torkelson has walked 3 times so far, still looking for his first hit, made a nice diving catch at first base. And if you haven't seen when he walked up to the plate for his first at bat with his dad in the stands, there's no better moment than having your parents sit in a big league stadium and watch you go on a big league field. That's got to be such a proud moment for his dad and for him. It's the best. That's what it's all about.
You just saw the tears welling up in the eyes.
Because it's such a,
it was so sweet.
It gets said so many times, but the journey to make it to the big leagues is like, some people obviously get an easy path, and and other people's get a lot harder, but in general, it's hard. It is so much work to get to the big leagues and to stay there, especially. So, it's just, I'm so good to see these guys getting these moments.
Yeah.
Your guy's next, by the way.
Yeah, my guy is next, but this is random and has nothing to do with prospects. It's been so cool. You talked about this last year, but like, people are coming up to me at Coors Field, knowing me from Farm to Fame.
Yes. Welcome.
Yeah. They're like major
love you, JOMBOY.
fans. Yes. It's like the first time that like I'm, normally when you and I would be recognized, it's for the Braves. But having people, they're like, oh, I'm a big JOMBOY fan. There's a guy sitting right behind, he's probably listening to this episode. He was sitting right behind me, like in the first row behind the camera well, and said that he's a huge JOMBOY media fan and that he listens to Farm to Fame. And that's when people tell me that they like have kept up with you and I's work with JOMBOY and Farm to Fame. Like, that always means so much more, but yeah, so it's so cool. And you were saying last year that was happening a lot to you, which is cool.
I was shocked at how much it happens. Honestly, I was shocked at it. Obviously, I'm at an Atlanta Braves game, so they know I'm there for the Braves. But the amount of people that tell me, love you on JOMBOY, man, great job. And I'm like,
yeah,
thank you. Thank you a lot.
Yeah. Yeah. And even when I first went into the clubhouse at Coors, the first day, I was kind of going around and like introducing myself to a lot of the guys. And some of them brought up JOMBOY Media. And it's, the players love JOMBOY Media because we're a pro player company. Like we just, that's probably a weird way to word it. Like, we just appreciate what these guys are doing and we like respect it.
We try to make them look good. We don't try to catch them out and make them look bad.
Yeah. Anyway, CJ Abrams looks good. Kind of playing shortstop for the Padres during Tatis injury. His first hit came on a 9th inning single on Saturday. Is that all he has done? Let's look it up.
Yeah, not too much stat wise, but he's played like a very sound defensive shortstop, which is really all you can ask for somebody that young filling in for Tatis.
Yeah, he has 1 hit and 9 at bats. CJ Abrams. Your turn.
My turn. Joey Bart, or for those playing at home, Joey Bart. We realized that he's played a lot of games some games in 2020, but we're going to follow along with him anyway. Giants number 2 prospect, graduated from MLB's pipeline top 100 list on Sunday. Of the top 100 prospects, he's had the best start hitting wise. He's hitting .286 with 4 walks, 1 double, and his first major league home run, which came on Friday.
Woo!
Shout out to you, Joey B.
Reed Detmers is a guy that we talked about a little bit last year. We'll quickly touch on him. He's another top 100 prospect. He debuted previously, but he pitched against Houston on Friday, which, in case you missed it, pretty good lineup over there. 4 innings pitched, 3 hits, 2 earning, 2 walks, 3 Ks, 75 pitches. Like to see him be a little bit more efficient, but like, heck yeah, dude, take that against the Astros when you're, that was probably his pitch count. Like, they probably wanted to keep him at 75, 80, but I would have liked to see that a little lower at 4 innings, but that's pretty dang good versus the Astros.
Yeah. Lefty, tough lineup for lefty too.
Good job, Reed Detmers. Oh, look who's next.
I know.
Your pick for Rookie of the Year.
I get to talk about my
This
guy.
worked out perfectly.
Now that he's left Atlanta, I can talk about him even more. Big moment for him on the weekend. CC Sabathia was here to present him with a big old chain that said, you're basically a badass. But his debut against the Braves, 5 innings, 4 hits, 3 runs, 2 walks, 7 Ks, 92 pitches, showed a flash of
He threw
everything.
92 pitches.
92 pitches. Yeah. That's actually the most I've heard of anyone throwing opening weekend.
Yeah. I feel like everybody's getting pulled at 75, 80.
3 Ks on breaking balls. So that shows me that he's got the other stuff as well, not just the fastball. First career strikeout registered 100 miles an hour and was against Matt Olson. Not a bad, who ended up hitting 500 for the weekend, by the way. Who may have hit his first Braves homer off him later in the same game, but no one was watching
that. Baseball's 44th best prospect, the Phillies' Bryson Stott. Kind of love that last name, Stott. Just very simple, easy to pronounce. He recorded his first hit, a single to load the bases on Friday, and his first RBI came on an 8th inning double later that game. I feel like there's more extra base hits this year.
All of our prospects are hitting doubles. Bobby Witt, Julio.
Just feel like I saw a lot of extra base hits this weekend. Also saw a lot of stuff about Trevor on Twitter, because in case you were living under a rock, Trevor tweeted out on March 30th of last year, before the season started, that the Atlanta Braves would beat the Houston Astros in the World Series in 6 games. So if you're going to bet on Rookie of the Year with Stephen Kwan, also get in on DraftKings special bet for Trevor Plouffe's World Series prediction. And his official World Series prediction is the Milwaukee Brewers over the Chicago White Sox in 7 games this year. He announced his World Series prediction on a live stream, and we're so friendly with DraftKings that his prediction is now live on the DraftKings Sportsbook app. So if you want to get in on the action, head on over to DraftKings Sportsbook app and ride with Trev. The point Jimmy made on Talking Baseball is like, if you don't at least put a penny down on this bet and he hits again, you're going to be like smacking yourself. Like Jimmy was like, put $1 down, put a penny down, because if he hits 2 years in a row and you're sitting here saying, oh, because that's a pretty random World Series prediction. But so yeah, that's on DraftKings Sportsbook. So go check that out. And now I want to tell you about the top performers of the week very quickly. We're excited to bring back this segment where we're able to fill you guys in on the names to familiarize yourself with now before they become stars.
We
have a couple of years. Yep. And today we're going to keep the list short since we already went into all the MLB debuts. We don't want this episode to be too long, but these next few guys are a must to discuss. And a name that you probably haven't heard of that you really need to be familiar with is Jack Leiter.
Yeah. Who's that? Does he have a famous dad or anything?
Jack Leiter is the Rangers' #1 prospect, MLB number 17 overall. He was drafted 2nd overall in 2021. He finally made his pro debut with his tree trunk legs on Saturday in AA. He went 3 innings, 1 run, 2 walks, 7 Ks in 3 innings, only 60 pitches. I shouldn't have said only, but good outing. Good first outing. The Frisco Rough Riders made it really fun in the stadium. There's like cutouts of his faces and stuff. So yeah, just familiarize.
Become familiar with?
Yeah, with that name, because he's a guy who nobody really knows, kind of flying under the radar, went to a small school for college. So he just hasn't gotten a lot of attention.
Yeah. Doesn't know what the big league life's all about.
Yeah. So next is a name that we definitely know.
Hudson Haskin. Yeah. Baltimore's 2020 second rounder out of Tulane. Shout out to Louisiana. Left fielder. Orioles number 16 prospect, 3 home run game in AA on Sunday. And in 3 games so far, he's batting .583, 3 doubles, 3 Jackie X, and a 2.166 OPS. I'm going to do this one too, because did you see this one? Do you want me to do this one? Okay.
No, I just can't pronounce it.
Rōki Sasaki, right? This is my international flavor right here. Japan's Rōki Sasaki throws an historic perfect game, 9 innings, 0 hits, 19 punch outs, and 105 pitches. There's only 27 outs. He tied a record for most strikeouts in an NPB game and became the youngest 20 to throw a perfect game in league history. Also set a record for most consecutive strikeouts in a row at 13. in a row. This isn't an exhibition game. This is an actual game. 13 punch outs in a row, 105 pitches to strike out 19 guys in itself is insane. That's like you're 0-2 to everyone effectively. Amazing.
Jeez.
Shout out to him. Rōki Sasaki. And obviously big league scouts are all over him.
Yeah, I mean, was this like a surprising outing, or like
No.
is this somebody we could talk about?
We're going to be talking
coming
about
over
him
here?
until he gets to the big leagues in 3 years or 2 years, however long it is.
Ooh, that's exciting. Okay.
Yeah. And his nickname, just real quick, his nickname is the Monster of Reiwa. I want to be the monster
Reiwa.
of Farm to Fame.
Monster of farmers, farmer
Can
monster.
I do that? For Monster.
No, he's not our monster. He can be our monster, but we have to talk about him before he's our monster. I think Jazz Chisholm is still our monster.
You better come on the pod if he wants to be the monster.
Yeah. Okay. So I would say just based on personalities that Richie Palacios is probably our monster because he's so fun.
I'll give that to him.
Although we love all of our monsters. We love Josh Smith.
Listen to the full episode wherever you consume your podcasts or by clicking the link on the screen now.